This video is part 2 of my pre-van life. This time I'm going to take you in to see my basement room. In my last video I explained that I am renting 2 places right now so I can force myself to budget for a regular 1-bedroom apartment and retirement savings. I'm just doing this temporarily to see what that's like. And I'm going to take you around my room. In the last video I took you around my apartment, and now I'm going to take you around my room so we can see what I have pre-van life. Let's go! Caution, person walking around a room in their house. I know some people hate that on Zoom, but here's my room and no door, so I use these curtains to keep the heat in the winter, and it gets really cold in the summer, so the curtains help with the cold too. Let's see, what do I have? I have a shelf here that has some art supplies and books in it. Nice tapestry that I got when I was visiting Bali, and I have in the corner there, I have it's a meditation chamber. Probably not going to be able to fit that in my van. This is the bed that I bought, that I told you, the real bed. I haven't put the legs on, and I just use the sideboards as like shelves. Put my books on and stuff. This is Awakening in the Dream by David Wilcock. Haven't read it yet. I keep meaning to. I got it when it came out, but I want to have time to just like sit and read a 500-page book, or however many pages this is. How many is it? Lots. Okay. I also have in the corner over there, I have a nice little table with a dragon on the bottom, and that is a really cool table. I really want to keep the table when I live in the van, but I don't know if I'll be able to keep this cool dragon. You can see, and I have cute little altar to abundance and all things awesome on the table. I also have a cabinet. My mom calls it the Harry Potter cabinet, and it separates in the middle to be a desk also, but it's the second piece of furniture that I own besides my cedar chest that my uncle made me. Well, I guess third piece of furniture, and I have this dragon table, but this is like a big piece of furniture made of wood. The only 2 pieces that I own that I really care about and that I want to keep if I live in a vehicle. I have a desk and a chair with like my craft stuff. I like to make crystal jewelry, and I could definitely give those away. I got them for free from a former housemate who moved out, and I don't use the desk as much as I thought. Then I have a closet here. It's like, no doors on the closet again, and one of the outlets over here doesn't work, so I have like this plug that has a bunch of them on it, bunch of outlets. And in the closet I don't have that much stuff either. A lot of it is like bins with papers, and I have my books that I've published, and I have some clothes. Like literally this is my dresser, these 3 drawers here, and I don't know, I'm weird. I live in a room and I keep my socks and my underwear in like little plastic bins like this, and then the rest of the clothes, some like winter stuff that I'm not using as much anymore, in a hanging rack, and then like nicer like dresses and jackets and things I want to hang like on hangers, and camping stuff up there. But I don't have a lot of stuff. I guess I'm really glad about that. I won't have to get rid of a lot when I go live in a van. Oh, now that I'm starting to make these videos, I'm self-conscious. I realize about my hair, and I mean, I swear, took a shower this morning, but whenever I see my mother, she thinks that my hair looks like I haven't washed it in weeks, which could be my shampoo or whatever. It's just like stringy when it's short. But I swear, I take showers, but if I look like a van lifer already, maybe let's be a van lifer! Oh, I also used to sleep in my closet, believe it or not. I don't know, like some Harry Potter under the stairs kind of style. I had my futon that you saw in my apartment just like down on the floor here, and I slept in the closet. I don't know, kind of cozy. Maybe it's like a creature security comfort thing. Oh, and my book down here that I wrote about a planet that I had inside my head when I was a kid, New Paradigm Planet. Well, maybe I'm gonna have a new paradigm van life too. Oh, let's see what else. Oh, you know you're a future van lifer when you start buying products that you're gonna use in your future van life. Went to REI the other day and got a camping stove for car camping, but I could use the stove in my van life too. I also just got in the mail this, what is it called? A Skywin cooker, personal oven hot plate cooker thing, because we don't have an oven at work right now that we can use, and I wanted to do cooking projects with the kids, with my students, and so I was like, oh, they must have a portable oven, right? So I went on to the Amazon gods and looked that up and found this thing. So we'll have to see how this works out. Skywin hot plate cooker. There's the user guide right there. And what else? Oh, I ran into my housemate also, and he wants to move out at the end of the month and become a nomad. Like, my roommate who lives in the basement with me said that this particular housemate went on a trip to Joshua Tree in California. I think it's in California. Yeah. And he had a mushroom experience that made him want to become a nomad. So, like, maybe this idea is like catching on like wildfire in the ethers or something. In another video, I talked about having the van life virus and the symptoms of the van life virus. But really briefly for this video, I'll just go over what got me into learning about how to live in a vehicle. This year, 2021, on my birthday, which was at the end of February, I was at my family birthday party in the backyard, and my mom, she owns a Transit Connect, and she likes to go camping and traveling, and she likes to learn about people who live in their vehicles on what she calls YouTube University, but I don't think she wants to live in her vehicle, although she's thought about what if I had to, she's told me. But I was hosting a friend who was living in his van, and he is living in his van and working as a seasonal farm worker. So my mom told me about this book called Become a Nomad, Change Your Life by this cool lady named Robin. And then the next day, my coworker was talking to another coworker about the movie Nomadland, and I sort of saw this as like a sign of synchronicity. I kind of jumped into the conversation because I was so interested in that. But she was saying that Nomadland is more about people who live in a vehicle because maybe they don't have a choice, or maybe they're making that choice, but they're not getting very much for retirement benefits to be able to live off of. And from that point on, I think I was hooked, and I started watching Robin's videos, and I found other cool YouTube influencers on van life, some pretty cool people that I learned a lot from. But back to the retirement thing, as a millennial, it just kind of feels hopeless that I would ever have very much saved for retirement. at all, with all of the expenses that people have a month. I'm a pretty frugal person, so I think if I wanted to, I could save $100 a month, but that's, for a lot of people, that's not easy, and I can only imagine what other millennials are doing out there and people who are younger than I am about their retirement savings. We wonder if Social Security will even be around when we're retirement age. I want to take advantage of this benefit if I can, and still make money and pay taxes like a good citizen and all of these things, but I just wonder what that's going to be like for me in 30 to 40 years, what my life is going to look like, how I'm going to live off of what I'm given for my benefits. Will I be able to live? I calculated it, and if I make, I know that my salary will most likely increase over the next 30 years if I have a full-time job, but I calculated if I make about the same amount for the next 30 years, I'll get like maybe $2,000 in retirement benefits if I retire at 70. And right now, like, that buys nothing. That buys you a rent and some food. And I figured if I pay rent for like 50 years, that's as much as a house costs in Seattle. Houses here cost a lot of money, $500,000 to $1 million. And I just feel really hopeless about ever being able to afford a regular house. So I decided maybe a tiny house was what I could afford as a preschool teacher, and I worked my bum off. I had a full-time job and a part-time job for 2 years to save for the down payment on a tiny house, and that's how I saved up a lot of money that I have now that I might use to start my van life. They say that you want to get out of debt. I don't have any debt, so I'm really thankful for that. Yeah, I don't know if other people are out there like me, just feeling like society it's not taking care of us the way we want to be taken care of. And everything just feels like a struggle. And I'm ready to end that. Hello everyone, Allison here, and this is my van called Wonderland. If you're a millennial and beyond looking to become a roam owner, maybe retire early and see the wonderlands of the wild, then this is the place for you. Remember to like, subscribe, and save this video to all of your van life and roam life playlists. For more information in less time, adjust your playback settings to watch these videos on 1.5 speed. If you'd like to follow my adventure, or you need a consultant to help you get from a house that doesn't move into a home that does, then visit my website at www.AlisonWonderland.info. See you in Wonderland!